All right. Oh my goodness. I am here. Sorry I'm a little late. Today is Monday, and usually on Mondays I'm here at noon every Monday. But this Monday, guess what? I was in the dentist chair. I literally just got out of the chair. I got a new crown, and I am ready to relax. This yoga is going to be perfect for me. So come and join me. We're going to sit not on the dog. The dog's going to move, right, Jackson? And I'm going to sit on a blanket. So if you have a blanket or a block, highly recommend getting on a little lift to let the knees drop down. But give me a moment. I'm going to have a sip of water. If you have water handy, make sure you have some close to you, because occasionally I give you water breaks. Anyhow, so yes, let's start with alternate nose breath to literally calm the body, right? Of course, that's what yoga's for, but to actually balance our two sides, our male side and our female side. There's this beautiful circle of serpent energy that spirals up the spine like this through this column. And when we alternate nose breath, we are balancing these two sides. So that's how we will start today. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking responsibility for your own inner landscape. This is how we do our best philanthropy. Our best work is here in that internal place. So take a couple deep sighs. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Couple deep sighs in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. So good. It already feels amazing. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. All right. So alternate nose breath. 2 fingers down on your right hand. Use your thumb and your ring finger for your nostrils. Ring finger on that left nostril. And inhale through the right nostril. Inhale. Close that right nostril. Exhale through the left. And then again, inhale through that left side. Close. Out through the right. Good. Inhale through the right. Close. Hold. Chin slightly drops. Exhale through the left. Again, inhale left. Hold. Gently exhale right. And so as you do this breath exercise, focus your attention on that third eye. Inhale, right side. Hold. Settle in. Exhale left. And now we'll get fancy. We'll add some counts. Inhale for 4. Close. Hold for 6. Great. Exhale for 8 on the right. Nice. Inhale for 4. Hold. And exhale for 8. Again, repeat. Left side. Inhale 4. Hold. Exhale for 8. Wow, feeling that calm wave of Zen coming into your body now. Inhale. Close. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 8 on the left side. Good. Inhale for 4. Close. Chin drops. And exhale for 8. And then just continue, see what happens, your own pace. Just noticing that sensation of air moving in through the nostrils. And out. We'll do 3 more rounds at your own rhythm, at your own timing. Great, last 2 rounds. Last round. Wow, hopefully that relaxed you as much as it relaxed me. I feel so much better, and that didn't take very much time. So if you are ever in a high stress situation, which I think, going to the dentist is kind of that situation, or sitting in traffic, or insomnia, when you can't sleep and you just feel that anxiety, this is the best breath to really calm you down. I mean, I just feel like I'm in a whole different zone now. All right, but let's move. Take some movement through your spine, circling. Inhale. It's so interesting. I think my dog senses that, I went through, because I was in the chair for almost an hour and a half getting a new crown. This is when the yoga practice is everyday, everyday life. This is how I soothe my body, and I just want to give this gift to you, this gift of relaxation, coming back home to yourself, We have the power. We have the tools. They're right here with us. Okay. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Or however your body wants to breathe, let that just be your own timing. Definitely switch directions. Oh my gosh. Do you hear Jackson taking his ohms? Amazing. Excellent. Good. Nice. So then switch the feet because your habitual foot's in front. Now put it behind and do that same circling. Oh gosh, it feels so different with that other foot, doesn't it? Wow. So yeah, this is part of that balancing our right hemisphere and our left hemisphere. Inhale forward, exhale back. And then switch directions. Good. And then just add some arms. Take that right elbow up behind the head. Left hand, use that left hand for the right elbow. It's okay if your arm is off to the side, just feel that length up and then pull it back down onto your back. Maybe it will go a little bit more behind the head. And then that left hand reaching to the right fingers if possible. If not, you're just hang out with that hand holding the elbow. You'll know what to do. You'll know how far, just to that sweet spot where you're getting a beautiful stretch through the right arm, possibly the left shoulder. Take an inhale and then slightly over to the left side. C curve. Extend into the right hip. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Release the arms. Float them up and around and switch. Okay, we'll do this a couple times. Back to that original place. Right elbow behind the head. And then back and forth with breath. So you're rotating the shoulders. Feels really good. Slow motion. Back and forth. And this next time, left elbow stays behind the head. Ooh, right hand, left elbow, lengthen upwards, pull it down and back, drop it behind the head. Possibly reach for the fingers, take an inhale, and then C curve over to the right side, all the way down into that left hip. That's it, smiling on the inside. Feels good. Should feel good. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release that left hand. Release that right hand. Nice. And then walk the fingers forward. Good. Scoop the hips back. Tilt the pelvic bowl, your belly forward. And walking to one side, stretching out that opposite side. Keep breathing. Only go to where it feels pleasant, not too much pull on the knees or the hips. Come back to center. Other side. feeling great. More and more relaxed. Hopefully you are too. Come back up, unwind the feet, shake that out, straighten the legs, give them a little bounce, little wiggle. In fact, let's hang out here. It might be, if you're on a block, definitely come off a block, but if you're on a short stack of a blanket like I am, you can keep it for sure. And then just walk your torso forward. Yeah, that's it. Toe flex and point the toes. Walk over to one side again. Just starting slowly today, just taking it easy, going into the side body, maybe a little rocking, a little yawning. You're in the right place, doing the right thing. Come back to center. Other side. Really good. Come back to center. And all the way back up, walking the hands slowly. Use your hands for support. Bring the knees in and we'll make the dog get off of the mat. Off. Good. Nice. So hands and knees. And since I have this blanket here, it's great if you need more support for your knees when you're on your knees. I forget to remind you about this when I'm teaching. If you have a hard surface, like, a hardwood floor, sometimes putting padding under your knees when you're in tabletop, absolutely, perfect. Just a perfect way to nurture yourself. It feels good today. Pound out the feet. Give your ankles a little spiral. Oh, yeah, so good. Pedal out the feet. We underestimate the fact that our ankles need some exercise, some circulation too. So they do so much for us, our feet. Good. Like that might be a nice way to start. Sit back onto fire toes. So you're going to come all the way back. I'm just working myself into that full posture where you're spreading out the little toes and you're sitting right on your heels. Okay, see if that works for you. And we'll just do a few breaths here. Drop the chin, stretch out the bottom of the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more sighs. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. Last one. Wow. Isn't that effective? So effective. Come on. Off. Pound out the feet. Yay. Good. Nice. All right. Cat-cow. Rounding the back. Classic yoga posture. If you were just starting your yoga practice and you were to do one thing, I would teach you this. Cat and cow. So rounding the back as much as you can. You're pulling your navel into the spine. Your chin is on the chest. You're pressing firmly into the palms and just hold that. And then exhale. Drop the navel down. Push the femurs back, the sit bones back. Lengthen through your clavicles forward. Good. And then release. Rounding back again. So it's just this back and forth with your spine. See if you can move it as much as possible. Round. And then drop it down. So we're in cat and cow. Couple more. The breath can go either direction. Connecting to your guidance, your internal guidance. And gradually you will be able to deepen your breath and go really long. So 8 counts sometimes is powerful Release, especially on the exhale. 4 counts in. 4 counts out. Excellent pattern. Also keeps your mind focused on something. Focused on your breath. Last one. Great, and let's go right into down dog. So press into the palms, spread the fingers wide. I have my little pinkies touching the edge of the mat. Ribs knitted in, toes underneath, knees hovering. Find that extension back through your hips and forward through your chest. And now lift up. You can do tippy toes. You can adjust the feet, shake out the head, press into the arms, sink down into the feet, into the heels. Wow, whenever I come to my mat, I want to remind you that the more you do this, the more it feels like you're coming home every single time. I'm coming home to myself, to my body, to me. So I cannot describe it. It's more of an experiential. So just trust in your yoga to help you feel that over and over again, coming back to your mat, coming back to your breath. Egyptian down dog. Just move your heels side to side. Something you can rely on, something that's, medication. It's your medication. Back and forth, right, heels to the right. Inhale to center, heels to the left. Good, again. Up and over. And one more time to the left. Nice, back to center. Drop the heels down and see if you can just hold that since the kneecaps lifting, the heels sinking down. They don't have to go to the mat. Notice that the ankles sometimes need a little bit of space underneath the heels, like my ankles. It's not about putting the heels down to the ground. It's more about the activity through the upper body. Straightening out the arms, spreading the shoulders wide, sink down into the heels, even as they are lifted, and the kneecaps, ribs are in, drop down through the head. Good, let's take a break, bend your knees. Break meaning this beautiful place of child's pose. Just let your hips drop back, stack your fists, support your head. Commit to 5 breaths right here. Let your lower back soften and relax. It does take some effort to relax your body, to let go, to realize how much you've been holding, maintaining, This is a place right now, here, that you can relax that low back, relax your whole body. It's like those bones, your bones are jello now. Let it go, especially on that exhale. Let that nose breath happen for you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last two. You can release your hands and reach them towards the front of the mat. Beautiful. All right, forearms seem natural right now, so grab the elbows with your hands so you'll know the distance for your elbows to be right underneath the shoulders. As you extend your forearms forward, they're like railroad tracks parallel to each other. Spread the skin on the bottom of your wrists out by lifting your fingers up, and then plant the hands. Push into the elbows evenly. Get the ribs to lift in, and maybe even pull the head up and back, so that it's not just like hanging and dropping, but it's really connected to the spine, right down through the sit bones. And then you can activate this pelvic bowl. You push your hips back or your hip creases back, and then you're set. Just like what we did in that down dog. We're hovering the knees, hovering. You can even rock a little bit. Notice the sensation of your core. Power, let that stay lifted. And breathe. Hopefully you can pivot on your toes. Sometimes that tightness in the toe mound has some limitations, but it will gradually loosen up. All right, straighten out the legs, and you're in dolphin. Push your head back, look towards your shins. You can even walk the feet a little closer, looking down possibly, lifting one leg. These are all just little baby steps towards full inversion, meaning lifting both legs high. But again, the beautiful thing about yoga is that everything sort of stacks on top of each other. Come out when you need to. Drop the knees. Set yourself back. Take a deep sigh. Inhale, nose. Let it out through the mouth. Great. One more like that. Inhale, nose. Wide open mouth. Exhale. Good. So we'll do that one more time, that same dolphin, but take a moment to sit tall and give your shoulders some love. Okay, rolling the shoulders up and back. Really gentle, smooth. Switch directions. Good, and then even rock the head from side to side. Just letting the chin go to the right on an inhale. Exhale, let it drop to the left, or vice versa. It doesn't, you're going back and forth. Your own rhythm, pattern. You can even slow it down. Yeah, isn't that cool? I love it. All right. So as promised, let's do one more dolphin. You can measure the elbows, hands right underneath the shoulders. Forearms are parallel to each other. Strengthen out through the wrist, which means lengthen, strengthen, length. Spread the fingers wide. Settle into the elbows by pushing down into the elbows and lifting your clavicles up and forward. Then you focus on the ribs. Knit the ribs in. You're not letting the ribs sag. Suction in. Pull back through your femurs, through your hip creases. Hover the knees. That may be plenty. Maybe you can straighten. press, drop the head, walk the feet forward. I'm moving my blanket a little bit this time. That's it. It's up to you. You can lift the leg again or not. Just hold. I'm going to do that one more time. Back to that other side, other leg, alternating it. So lots of pressure in the elbows and the shoulders. If this is too much and you need to come out, you take little breaks and you come back in, remembering to breathe. Woo! Awesome. I love it. Walk the feet back. In fact, come right into forearm plank. Forearm plank. See if you can hold that. 3 natural curves. 4 and 5. Woo! Love it. Drop the hips down. Obviously, I have to move my blanket. Move my blanket. Drops the hips down for Sphinx pose. Tops of the feet nice and firm. Notice I'm using all these beautiful adjustments, rocking, pulsing. I found throughout my years of practice that the wiggles and the pulses assist in awakening new pathways, new lines in the body. So absolutely, if it comes naturally to you to sort of pulse and rock, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Drop the chin down, tops of the feet firm, inner thighs, clavicles forward, chin drops, inner thighs, belly, pelvic bowl heavy, heart forward. Amazing. Inhale. If you're with me, exhale, straighten out. Walk your fingers forward a little bit and then straighten out your arms. Good. And then again. Back and forth. Elbows drop. And chest opens. One more. Oh, so beautiful. Then as you let your torso drop down, it's like a blanket just laying. One vertebrae at a time. Drop your forehead towards your hands. Bend the knees and rock the feet from side to side. Windshield wipers. You can circle out your ankles. All this really set the tone, relaxation. Good. Can linger. When you linger on that side, on whichever side your feet are, it's the opposite hip. You can bring your awareness to that hip that's being lifted off the mat. Back to center. Other side, check in with that hip that's lifting off the mat. See if you can bring it awareness there and maybe open it just a little bit more as you lean your feet heavy over to that opposite side. Take a breath. Let it out. Excellent. Come back to center. Lift up through your chest. Slide the hands back and grab the feet. Inhale. Exhale to pull the heels away from you. Lift up through the chest, through the knees. You can even drop the chin, little pulsing. Remember those pulses I talked about? See if you can find a couple pulses side to side. Again, I'm practicing my yoga, so really tune into what your body needs. If you need to come out, come out. Come back in when you're ready. So good. Awesome. Hands underneath you. Push straight up into high plank. Come back into down dog and walk yourself right into a forward fold. Really let the head hang. Soften into the knees. Hollow out the belly so you feel all the space in the belly and your hip creases are lifting upward. Grab the elbows. Just rock from side to side into the feet. Remember, you're putting footprints right into the mat with your feet. Catch your breath from that bow. Shake out the head. Then stay in stillness right in that middle place and just let it hang. Good. Release the arms. Bring the hands to your shins. If you can touch them, right in underneath your kneecaps, right on your kneecaps. Once your hands are cupping your knees, straighten your arms. So you're like sitting in a chair, straight arms. Yeah. Bring the toes closer together. And as you bring your toes together, your knees are closer together, which you can now just like circle this like mermaid legs. Going around and around. Good. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really good doing this practice. Hopefully the internet is flowing. We're having internet issues. Hopefully it's not choppy, but oh well. Getting it checked out later today. Deep sigh. Circle, circle. Can go alternate directions. It's all you, you know? Be creative flow. You can even pause in that center place and play with the back, rounding and dropping just like cat-cow. You're tilting that pelvic bowl. And then hold. Find so much power in your legs that now you can release your hands to your waist. Sitting back, you can bring your hands forward. You sit low. Open to the right arm to the right. Bring it back to center. Left arm to the left. And then back to center. And again, with breath. Excellent. Pause and stand. Nice. Open the feet. Lift through your chest. Cactus arms. I'm just turning so you can see. Cactus arms. Hips forward. Open up that chest. Good. Chin comes down. Dropping the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Hands right into the low back. Elbows towards each other. You can sense the pull right in the front of the shoulders even right now. Take a breath. Push the hips forward again. Sinking into the feet. Notice again all these pulses. I adore them. You may not, and you may just go right into it, but just give it a try. Now, release the fist down. Inhale, bring the hips back, forward, fold for the shoulders. Exhale. Alternating the body. Fists go to one side, the other side. Don't forget the breath though. You have a couple deep sighs out through the mouth. Let that happen. Absolutely. Freedom, absolute freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. I am just here as a guide to inspire, but not be rigid. Do not be rigid with yourself. Let your body speak loudly to you. What does it need? What does it want? You know, my body, my yoga. Give it a little pound. And a little shake out. Dropping and straightening. Good. All right, Malasana. So if you need a couple blocks, just go ahead and bring them towards you and give yourself a seat. So I'm going to take a couple, big, more support for myself today, just because, I was just at the dentist in the chair. I want to nurture. I want this to be a beautiful, nurturing, gentle practice. And so I give myself 2 blocks today. You could use 1 block. You could use no blocks. But Malasana. So your sit bones are scooted back. You find that nice crease pulled back. You find this belly moving forward, or the abdominal area is sort of leaning forward. Elbows can be a tool for resistance. You push inward and you push outward. Knees in, elbows out. Check in with the chin. That lock, that beautiful energetic flow right into the throat. Close the eyes. Give your inner seeing, third eye, right in between the eyebrows. Sense, intuit what's going on throughout your entire body. You can start at the feet to be nice and organized. So we'll move from the feet to the top of the head. I will talk you through it. So spread out the toes, lift the toes, and then drop the toes. Sink into the feet a little bit. Check in with the right foot. Give that right foot a little bit more pressure. Now give your left foot a little bit more pressure. Which one was stronger? And then do a little bit more on the weaker side. That's how we balance the sides. That's how we balance our body. Noticing, seeing, and creating a new formula to stabilize and strengthen the side that's weak. Does that make sense? So my left side's weaker than my right. So I'm pushing a little bit more frequency, more power, more awareness on my left side. Good. So once I have that, I move up to my knees. Knees into the elbows, elbows into the knees. That's easy, nice and even. Set the hips down on my block a little bit and grow my torso a little taller, dropping my chin. All right, it feels good. I'm going to stay for another 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale. Hope you're with me. Exhale. But again, if you need to come out, you come out. Stay tall and light. Stay effortless. And stay beautiful. Last breath. Yeah, 3 breaths was plenty. Okay, release the arms, adjust your feet inward towards you, use your hands. And actually, this is one of my favorite transitions because it comes naturally. You go right into something that resembles Bakasana or crow. It's not exactly but it is really similar. So I just got off my block. I'm going to lift my hips up a little bit, round into my back, lean forward. Take one foot off. Oh, I have my block there. That's nice. And the other foot off. I'm using my block for my feet. Bakasana. Knees right on that upper arm. Use the block for your toes. Round into the back. Good. Release. Forward fold. Roll up. Remember that water I told you to have next to you? Water break. Give a little walkabout. Oh my gosh. Sometimes we take ourselves way too seriously. This is supposed to be fun. So good. So good. Yay. All right. Whew. That was nice. Really good. So let's just go right into Warrior 1 and Warrior 2. We'll open up our feet wide. Nice, really sweet, gentle, somewhat, if this were your first yoga class, this would be perfect. This would be a perfect first yoga class. Warrior 1. So my right foot's over to the right side of the mat. My left toes are towards that left edge of the mat. Right hip crease moves back. It's okay if that heel comes up behind you, and then you're settling in to that front knee. Right into that front knee. Rotate that right hip back. Adjust again. Lower belly, ribs, cactus arms. See if that feels good to your hips. We opened a lot for our chest and our back, so this should feel nice. This should feel good. Your arms can go anywhere. They can go up. They can even come behind the head to support your neck. Elbows to open. Seeing the belly, the heart, the chest. Settle a little deeper. Good. Excellent. Nice. Just straighten that front leg. Hands to the waist. And we'll pivot on the feet and do the other side. You have to adjust. Now your right foot's over to the right side. Left foot's over to the left side of the mat. Left hip crease. Find the vitality through the legs. Left hip crease pulls back. Straighten out through the right leg. Engage the glutes. Lower belly. Lots to think about, I know, but this is what's going through my mind. Back foot, front foot, hip crease, lower belly, ribs, shoulders. The entire body is integrated into this posture. Activations all throughout your body, all the way up to the fingertips. Remember, you can play with this placement of the arms. Closing the eyes even to see if you can see a little bit more from inner seeing. Changes your balance also. It makes it more wobbly. Woo! So good. No rules. Maybe there's a little stretch side to side. As long as your feet are firm and strong, you could do anything with this upper body. All right, let's open. Let's open Warrior 2 on that left side. I promise we'll go back to the right. So I adjust the feet. Notice how I move the feet. And it goes a little wider. Left heel. I like center of the right in my Warrior. So notice, again, the movement forward. You could do that to align, to see the contrast, like forward over the hip. To pulling it back so that you have this plumb line. Yeah, it's all good. That's it. Suction, lift, and hold. Prep. Warrior focus. Inner thigh opening on that left. Spiral inward on that right. Get your torso to grow a little taller. Excellent. Straighten the front leg, hands to the waist. Pivot on the feet over to that right knee. Good. Settle in. Again, those playtime where you're sensing where your torso is. Go forward. You can bring it back. You can engage this back leg. Find that central column. Out through the back arm. Get yourself tall. Grow a little taller. Activate the toes, the feet. Set yourself low on the front knee, high on the crown chakra. And breath. Wow, feels amazing. Good, turn that front toe in. Now your feet are parallel to each other. Actually, no, let's take our feet out like a V. Set your hips back. You're gonna use this stretch to open up the inner groin. So you're coming down, elbows right on the inside edge, and then just push like you're opening up a book. Gently, not too hard. Shoot the hips back. See if you can activate those inner lines. You can even rotate side to side. Chin is level. In fact, I'll show you a side version. Okay, so stay where you are. Just going to show you the side version so that you can see there's this natural curve, this length right through this hamstring and back. Inner thigh rotating outward, chin down, navel sucks in a little bit. Oh my gosh, powerful legs. And now add a twist, pushing into the left knee. Drop the left shoulder down and look over the right shoulder. Lower belly turns. Gentle again. If this straight arm is too much, just use your bent elbow to turn. That works nicely too. Don't forget the breath. Excellent. Come back to center and switch sides. Right shoulder drops. Turn, turn, turn. Lower belly opening. Oh, wow. This side is tighter, but feels amazing. Hopefully it feels amazing for you too. Again, your right elbow can also be bent. You don't have to straighten that arm. Pulses. If there's any pulses that feel good, let that happen. Legs are burning. Come back to center and then straighten it out. Oh, so nice. Forward fold. Pasarita. I'm going to turn back to the mat. Outside of the feet parallel now this time. Drop down through the head. Let your hands same line as your feet and just give that a pull. If your head doesn't touch and you want it to touch, you can always bring a block under the head, you know. I've seen blocks stacked like really tall. This is such a great way to feel a sense of grounding on the crown chakra, top of the head. Hands, elbows straight back. Bend the knees slightly, inhale. Exhale to navel up, push the knees back, shoulders up onto the back. Good. And just hold. If you have a headstand practice, you can lift those legs straight up to the ceiling. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, heel toe your feet a little closer. Bring your hands onto your waist and then all the way up. Good. So nice. Really nice. Roll the shoulders. Heel toe your feet the rest of the way in. Samastiti mountain pose, which is just what it sounds like. You are a mountain. And I want to mention something. So sometimes when you come up too fast, get dizzy. That is normal. So if that's the case with you, and you know that you often do that, you come up slowly, come up halfway, and then the rest of the way. I kind of went up so fast that I got lightheaded. Normal. Because if you think about it, your head was all the way down, and then you just, it's like a tidal wave coming up. So now we're in Tadasana mountain pose. Sink down into your feet. Let your hands reach down towards the ankles. Those footprints that I talked about, sink into the footprints. Beautiful. Open the eyes. Lean to that left foot. Take that right knee up. Interlace fingers. Right knee up towards the right shoulder. And then into tree pose. Plant the foot. Sink down into that right hip socket. Palms together. Arms can come up. Gaze is steady. And just breathe. Stay light on that foot, on that left foot. A little bit of pressure, right foot into the inner thigh. Good. Gently come out. Drop that foot, shake out the standing foot. Maybe give it a little bit of massage. Pull it back, circle out the ankle. So nice. Such a great way to stretch out this foot. Put your toes back, stretching the front of the foot. Yeah. So good. All right, switch sides. So now your right foot's your base. Sinking into that right foot, left knee comes up, interlace fingers, grab that knee up towards the shoulder. Again, I'm into circling out ankles. My ankle loves this. And then into tree. You're planting that foot. Can be anywhere from ankle, knee, all the way up into that inner thigh. Sink it in, drop that hip low, tree pose, ribs in. Get the evenness in the hip. So if this knee wants to be a little bit more forward, let that happen, because you don't need to come out and let that hip come up, because then there's no central column. Always remind yourself, first of breath, and then of central column, that alignment of the central column with natural curves, natural curve in the neck, natural curve in the low back. Any tip and one of those are the two main tips for practicing your yoga: your breath and that central column with natural curves. Natural curve in the back, natural curve in the neck. That's it. Beautiful. If you want to challenge yourself in tree pose, activate all the way up to the fingers, and then give your eyes a light flutter closed. You fall out, you go back in. Yeah, closing the eyes. It's just a whole different world when you close your eyes in tree pose. It's that next level, you know? Next level, new devil, meaning just challenging your inner peace, your inner, because the pose will speak for itself. It will give you that zen. And so that's basically what yoga is in a nutshell, in that little circle of, I got it, I got the zen, and then now we're going to try another circle and go into that and get that calm and quiet and effortlessness again. So that's the way it goes. On and on and on until you're flying in your handstands. Gently release. Circle out the ankle. Massage the foot. Both directions. So you have your toes back to stretch out the front of the ankle. And you have your toes forward just to circle out the ankle. Remember to breathe. Great. All right, excellent. So let's finish up on the wall. And bring the mat close to the wall. Yes, bring the mat close to the wall. And as you drop down, your side is right connected to the wall. Use it for support. Use both hands for support. Walk your feet out. Drop your hips. Legs come up the wall. One leg. The other leg. If you need to, you back away. Depends on the flexibility of the hamstrings. That's it. And so my hamstrings are so flexible that I'm able to connect right at the crease of the wall and the floor. If you're not there, don't worry. Just move your hips back just a little bit. Legs up the wall. Amazing to have this as a go-to in your yoga toolbox. If you have any low back pain, this is an essential relief, immediate relief for low back pain. Let the belly relax, let the ribs relax. Take a couple deep sighs. Just a couple more things before we rest in Shavasana. Make sure your feet are relaxed. Your hands. Bringing the breath in through the nose. Deep sigh out through the mouth. Two more like that. Inhale nose. Let it out through the mouth. Last full cycle here. Inhale. Exhale. Really good. All right, so before we move off the wall, go into, this is really, really nice. If you haven't tried this yet in your practice, it's a shoulder stand on using the wall. So you're bending your knees, okay? Take that hollow space in your belly, push your hips up, walk your hand. I'm using my hands for support. It seems to help a lot. Then I'm supporting my back with my hands, walking the feet the rest of the way up the wall. This is your inversion. This is such a easy way to get an inversion using the support of the wall. Just make sure your neck is long and you're using some pressure in the back of the head to keep the neck safe. Also use the elbows, push a little bit into the elbows and use the inner lines of the belly to lift the hips. Okay, if that's okay, you can bend one foot again, straighten that one of the legs and sort of bring it over your head. See what it feels like. Make sure it's okay on your neck. If not, you definitely need to come out and come down. Alternate sides. Good. It's feeling good, actually. One more time. One leg over. Still using that support of your hands on your upper back. Love this. So if you didn't think you could do shoulder stand, you can with the wall. Good. And if you are able to, you might even be able to get your feet to come off the wall, and your hold, it takes a lot more strength through those inner lines of the belly. You're peeking towards your toes. Smiling on the inside. Woohoo! Love it. Good. One foot comes back, go gently. Other foot goes back, go gently. Take an inhale, release the hands, shake them out, roll down, upper back, middle back. Give yourself some support. I like using my hands on my knees. Gently come down and you're back in, legs up the wall. Wow, that's a great way to feel supported in your shoulder stand. Reach your arms up. Big yawn, big stretch. Nice. All right. So now just bend your knees, turn to the side. Awesome. So good, you guys. And go into a child's pose. Just wide knees, walk the hands out, drop the head. If it feels too much compression on your knees and your low back, then just come off of your hips a little bit and it's sort of like a puppy pose. And just let that happen. Excellent. Okay, one last pose, you guys. Hopefully you're still with me. This one's amazing. You don't want to miss this one. All right, so we're going to take up 2 blocks. This lower medium-sized height is for my mid-back or in between my shoulders, and then this is for my head. So turn around. It's for a heart. It's for a heart. I'm going to lean into it. You can adjust the block right underneath the chest, and then let this block be for the head. Okay. So you're using your hands to adjust your blocks. Once you're there, different placements for your knees and legs. You could do this broken bridge, knees together, feet apart. Or you can do Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet. Just make sure your femurs are in and you have that length in the belly. In fact, I might do that. Again, see these wiggles, these adjustments? Incredibly important. Because then everything shifts when you move your hips. Or you can keep your legs straight. Or a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. You don't want to miss out. Deep sighs. Such deep sighs. Let it go. Five more breaths. Yeah, so interesting. That restlessness, that's natural, that's normal. But make a commitment. Let's make a commitment together, okay? just to hold for 3 more breaths in complete stillness wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now rub your thumb against your fingers. Bring if you have your Supta Baddha Konasana, your feet together. Bring your knees slowly and gently together. Straighten out the legs. Deep sigh. Walk the feet back in. And so to get off the blocks, best way to do it is to turn to one side. Move the blocks aside. And take a few moments in Shavasana, corpse pose. Wow. Our class goes by like that. I'm telling you, it's amazing. That snap of yoga. So it's just a blink to bring you back into yourself, to bring you back into that inner world which feels good, full contentment, complete santosha, where you're just able to lay still, to lay calm. Letting go of that audible breath and coming into that quiet pulse, tiny pulse of a breath. Lay down, lay down, lay down. So you're more than welcome just to stay as long as you like in this posture. But when you're ready to come out, go very slowly. Toes, feet, fingers, hands. Deep sigh. One knee can come up. The other knee can come up. Whoops. Little rocking, side to side. Little circling of the knees. And then rocking the knees to one side. Fully supported. Taking your time. Last thing to come up. The head and the chin. Whew. Once you're up, find your root down, heavy in the hips, light in the upper body. Hands to your heart. I know. Is that fun? All right. I celebrate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the replay. It will be on my YouTube channel, Healing Touch Vinyasa. And if you haven't subscribed to that YouTube channel, please do. That would be great. And like this video, okay? For your 1 hour, great introduction to yoga class. All right. Thanks so much for being here, you guys.